So hey guys, my name's Josh. I do a YouTube channel called Philly Gamer that's an adult channel, and I really wanted to make videos for games that my kids could watch. So we're trying this Philly Gamer Kids videos to see if we can get them on the YouTube Kids app. So that's the idea behind this, and we're going to see what we can do with it. So, being the first video, this is Jump Force, and right off the bat, I gotta tell you, I love this game. But I also have to tell you what this video is, and what this video is not. What this video is not is, it's not a tutorial. It's not a walkthrough, it's not a guide. I'll do all of those videos, later. Definitely a farming guide. Teach you the best way to get gold, the fastest way to level up, where you need to unlock certain things. I'll do all those guides, but this video is just me turning the game on for the first time, and the first time I logged into online PvP. This is my first match against another human being, and I'm doing something unforgivably bad right now in the way I'm playing. And it's just because this is my first match, and I just didn't know any better. Probably most of you could figure out what I'm doing wrong without me having to say it. So I'm going to leave it until the end of this match. After the match, I'll mention it. Now, so what this video is my first 4 or 5, I can't really remember, PvP matches, and how I used each individual match to better myself, to learn something new, and to get a little bit more on top of my game. So, why are you watching it? Well, you could be watching it for a few different reasons. Maybe you're just starting out with Jump Force 2, and maybe, watching kind of the development of the gameplay and the style will help you get a little bit better. Or maybe you haven't, bought Jump Force yet, and you just want to see if it's a cool game, and you want to check out some gameplay. Well, definitely, here it is. See, the way I hold the controller, my finger touched the start button, which also happens to be the rage quit button. I was laughing when this happened, because it was almost like I was doing so bad the computer was telling me I ought to rage quit. But no, I'll lose with dignity. But yeah, this is hard to watch. I'm looking at this, and oh my, I really had no idea what I was doing. Like getting thrown. Since this match, I have never thrown or been thrown by another person ever. Not one single time. And the only reason I think that he got away with it in this match is because I would keep doing stuff like this. I'd end up standing right in front of him doing nothing because I didn't know what I was supposed to be doing, and he would just throw me. And that's how he won the entire match. So by this video, I figured something out that was really important. What I was doing wrong last video is Jump Force is a team game. You can't play it all by yourself. That's my avatar you're looking at right now. One of the coolest things about Jump Force is you get to create your own avatar. You can make it look like, any character you want, any crazy character you can come up with in your head. You can try and make it look like it yourself, which is what I tried to do. And I'm going to stop, because what am I doing here? I'm going to inch my way all the way across the board. Like, he did me a favor by knocking me down with that projectile. I have no idea what I was trying to accomplish there. Anyway, so when I was making my avatar, try to make him as much like me as possible, except the oldest you can really make anybody look in this game is like 18 years old. So I went ahead and made like an 18-year-old version of me. And I got my skills mostly from Kenshin. the skill I use that I'm gonna call it an energy sword. It's really called like the Flying Heaven Dragon Strike or something like that. I'm gonna call it an energy sword because I'm not saying that every single time. So the energy sword I got from Kenshin. The energy volley I took from Vegeta. And the Kamehameha, obviously, I grabbed from Goku. That goes the same for my final move, which is just called Final Blast. I got that one from Vegeta as well. Later in the game, I did get to choose, different elements, and so while it might normally be like a fire-based attack, I could turn it into a light-based attack, or a dark-based attack, or an ice-based attack, and you can change that sort of stuff up and really customize it. So now that we're starting this is a match I lose, by the way, but you can start seeing how I started acting a little bit differently. Instead of just attacking, I should have never even pulled out that sword. I was still pulling out that sword too soon. I didn't realize what I was doing yet. Instead of just running full force right into him and attacking, I'm trying to get him from the sides and using different maneuvers. This is where I really learned that calling on the other characters on your team makes a huge, huge difference. There's a timer, right? After you either switch characters or call in character reinforcements, there's a timer that has to go down. So while that timer's going down, usually, I keep my opponent busy while I'm waiting for that timer to cut back in. So what I mean by that is, and he just did what I call a stamina out. If you'll notice, I went to start attacking him and I got the first hit in on a combo string. Now, he could have countered, which I'll talk about in a second, or dodged, which I'll also talk about in a second, or he could do what I call a stamina out. That's when you use your chase button defensively instead of offensively. So you just did it again, where you use the chase button to back your way out of a combo. And what it does is it uses all of your stamina all at once. That's called what I call a stamina out. The other ways to get out of a combo are through a high-speed counter or a high-speed dodge. That happens, the counter happens when you press your main attack button right at the right time as he's attacking you. It'll cause a counter attack. Same goes for the dodge. You press your block button as soon as he attacks you, and you'll dodge to around his back and you can start a combo string, all different types of stuff you can get away with that. The problem is the gameplay mechanic is broken. Not broken, I think they might have done it this way on purpose, but there's no real set timing that you can say, if I hit my attack button right at this frame as I'm getting attacked, it'll always do the counter, or if I hit the dodge button right at this particular time, it'll always do that high-speed dodge. It's real iffy. You can see as simple as it is to do. I've only hit a couple of them, and I haven't done any reverse counters yet. Really, my main way out, and most people's main way out that they have to rely on, is to use a stamina out to get out of sticky situations with combos. My way around that is using the strategy of being the first one to press the attack, no matter what that takes. Being the first person to get one hit. That's all that matters, is one hit. Because they're either going to take your whole combo string, or at some point they're going to stamina out, or get lucky and hit a counter. If they stamina out, they have no more stamina left. You still have all your stamina. Start trying to fight them again. If they have the upper hand because they stamina out while you're still doing a combo and can get a hit on you, you can then be the second one to stamina out, and at that point you stamina out and you're in control they have no stamina left to dodge with, and you're the one pressing the attack. So at that point, the only way they can get out of your combo is to high speed counter or high speed dodge. So most likely, they're going to eat the entire combo. So you see my avatar, I used a ninjutsu style fighting. You can either do like martial arts, which would be, you know, Chinese, which is you know, kung fu, that sort of thing. You got the Japanese ninjutsu. I think it's loosely, you know, based on ninjutsu and aikido, but you know, a popularized, stylized version of it. Or you can do call it One Piece. I call it, you know, it's the pirate fighting. It's, you hit really, really hard, but your hits do not come out very fast. So that's the trade-off. Ninjutsu ends up being somewhere in the middle. Like, you hit harder than martial arts, but you hit faster than the pirate one. But you're not as fast as martial arts, and you're not as strong as the pirate, so it's right in the middle. I remember this video too. I remember this match. I saw that guy. I was like, oh my god, it's my evil twin, except he has better hair and nicer clothing than I do, and he's prettier than I am. Yeah, that's the other thing. You see him running around in circles. The other thing is he seems like a preschooler who just learned how to run. So there was a high-speed counter he used on me. I couldn't get out of it. And see how I called Goku in over there? Well, I've been changing characters. He called in a support character. They're both things you can do, and if this was a gameplay mechanics video, I'd go into it, but this, like I said, this isn't that video. But you can, you know, see some strategy here, in that when there's a decent bit of distance between me and my opponent, and I don't have any way to cover that distance fast enough for him to still be stunned or not recovered, you can switch characters out, and it'll send in the next person in line with your characters to run in from a different angle and catch up with them a lot faster than you would be able to, and so you just switch characters out and you end up catching up. Yeah, and this is when I decided to change my team up. I remember I was thinking, you know, obviously, I'm gonna love playing with my avatar, and you can see there are plenty of people who don't use their own avatar in their teams. They just go with characters they like from the shows and the manga comics. I like my avatar. I like the customization of it. I like the series of moves that I have turned on for him. Because I can't get that, you know, everything I want in terms of moves from any pre-generated character. I needed all the moves I have. You know, it had to go into my avatar. There was no other way to get them. So, plus I like him. He's my little me. He's my buddy. But yeah, so my avatar was doing really well, and Kenshin was doing really well, but yeah, in between, I mean, it was just like space filler. So I ended up going back to Zoro from One Piece, because he is just an amazing character. He's really, really OP. There are people who like know how to use him, and in a way that you can essentially win the round as long as you get the first hit. He can do combos that wipe out someone's entire health bar in one combo string. And it's because it's another broken gameplay mechanic, and it's something they're gonna have to get around to fixing at some point, I guess. And blocking, like he was blocking this huge firestorm I just threw at him, and he took no chip damage. So one thing I've learned is that while you are blocking, as long as you're not in the middle of getting thrown or hit by a combo breaker, you are really, really safe. You take almost no block damage at all. At least none that I can see. See there, I countered his counter. I only get a couple of them in this video. In all of the matches I filmed for this video, I only get a couple counters that actually worked for me, so he used his stamina out, and I used mine, and then I was in control of the fighting, and completely took it over. I'm going to hit him to the ground. As soon as he hits the ground, call in for a reinforcement. Reinforcement's going to run up and immediately start taking him on, hopefully before he even has a chance to recover from the last hit I gave him. That's the idea. It creates kind of like a vortex where you're just beating up your opponent 360 degrees all the way around the ring. Yeah, I even have the bad left eye like my avatar does. Not like him, not like Aizen. Like my Philly Gamer avatar with my hoodie and my bad eye. If I'm not wearing the hoodie too, I got I have disabilities with my arms, and so it's funny when I'm not wearing the hoodie, I wear giant metal like bionic arms on my character because I wish they would totally invent them. Yeah, this is another thing I love about Kenshin. It's not just his move list, because one of my requirements for moves for any character on my team is they need to have a block break ability that doesn't send your opponent flying across the board. They need a block break ability that leaves the opponent within distance to start a combo string on them. And believe it or not, it's not that easy to find. I put one on my avatar that I got from Kenshin, so Kenshin and I have the same exact one. Is what I call the energy sword, what the game calls the fiery heaven dragon's butt, I don't know, whatever. So, the energy sword. So Kenshin and I both have the energy sword, and Zoro has another move that's very similar. It's a block break that knocks the opponent down but bounces him off the ground, so you can, if you're quick about it, you can hit him again before he even has a chance to recover from the bounce. It's like there I called in for support, not because I was trying to press an attack, but he was pressing his attack on me, and while he was focused on attacking my avatar, I sent Zoro in from the side to hit him while he was undefended. Yeah, they keep landing that counter on me. No joke about that. The good thing is I haven't been playing people who have learned how to continue the combo string yet. So, in some regards, I've been a little bit lucky. But you can still tell how green I am with this game. You can still see exactly where there's tons of room for improvement at this point. Like what just happened with Zoro and wasting all of that ability. You get an awakening gauge, what the Saiyans would use to go Super Saiyan, an awakening gauge. It's, if you look at the portrait of your character, where your life bar is, there's like a yellow diamond. Well, it's first gray and it turns yellow. So after it gets 50% yellow, you can do a stage 1 awakening. If it gets 100% yellow, you can do a stage 2 awakening, which is your full awakening. And at full awakening, you have a lot of power. Even if you're not a Saiyan, you still sort of Super Saiyan up, so to speak. So I love opening matches like that with people who stand too close to me. I just pull out that energy sword, or you know, the flying winged monkey dragon's nose, but something, energy sword, and just knock them right from the very beginning of the round, because at that point, you know, you immediately gain control over everything that's going on. Oh, and there's some broken stuff that happens with Zoro here too. See if I can remember where it is, so I don't catch myself talking about something completely different when I really want to be talking about what's going on. It's got to be coming up soon. Also, now I want to talk about something, but here's about to be the broken gameplay mechanics. See how I did that, and I threw in my character change? Well, my character got stuck in whatever was happening on the other side of the screen while I was stuck looking from the perspective of Zoro and twiddling my thumbs, and then I got knocked out, and I don't even really understand why. Now, I'm doing something right now that every gamer has done at some point and knows they shouldn't do, and they do it anyway. So far, this match, I have taken pretty good beating with Zoro, and you can even watch me now fly across the ocean because Zoro is getting beat up really, really badly. And what should have happened is, instead of trying to get the next hit with Zoro, like I should have been doing, I shouldn't have been doing, I should have been sending in reinforcements, I should have been changing my character, but I didn't do that. I stayed as Zoro just out of aggravation when I should have switched away from him. That kind of thing happens. But everybody's done something like that, where they just got so aggravated, they did not make smart decisions. It happens. So, again, I missed him with my final blast. I didn't miss him, he was blocking it, so he took no damage. And here's something funny. I was not used to being player 2, and I kept catching myself looking at his meter gauge instead of mine. So what's happening right now is I looked at his and thought I still had half health. So as I come up on the shore after being knocked across the ocean again, I don't realize that, like, if someone breathed on me funny, I'm going to get knocked out. So I just go in and fight like normal. Now, I had no chance of winning this match. I'm already a match down. I'm already a round down, excuse me. And on top of that, I had no life left while he was essentially still completely, viable as an opponent. What saved me was that broken gameplay mechanic right there. I don't know how I ended up all the way on that side of the screen while all the action was going on somewhere else, but all I had to do to win it. Okay, this one bit of tutorial, a little bit of technique I'll go into. It's called a chase cancel. When you see, you streak across the board, obviously, bam, that's a chase, what I just did. And, when you stamina out, it's the same button as the chase button. Well, a chase cancel is you press the chase, just like I did right there, but before you hit the guy, you cancel the chase. So instead of the chase normally happens is it goes off, and the ending of the chase is landing a hit. What I do is, well, in that case with Zoro, what I did was I just continued it through because I had him, he wasn't blocking. What I do sometimes is a chase cancel. What I should do right here. Chase, I cancel it right before I get to him, so I never land a hit, and I stop the chase, and I immediately pulled out my energy sword. Not even going there. I pull out the energy sword, and I just knocked him down, and that was that. So, chase cancel. Anyway, I had a great time making this video. I hope you liked it. It's brand new, so it's important you like it, subscribe, and thanks a lot for watching. I really appreciate it.